Hi, Rich the First Time DM, back for my walk and talk where I talk about D&D and walk around my neighborhood trying to get healthy. It's a little warmer out today, but it's supposed to start raining here in a second. So today's topics, I plan on answering a question from a friend of the channel and maybe dropping some more campaign lore. Don't know yet. We'll see what pops in my head. But first, a quick wobblefit update. Today's day 8. I went to the gym this morning, did a chest workout, and then hopped on the treadmill for 45 minutes. So I had 5,000 steps in before 6 o'clock this morning. A big achievement today. Got in 10,000 steps already, and that's not counting this walk. So I'll probably be 13 or 14,000 steps by the end of the day. So that's a huge win. I haven't done 10,000 steps in a couple of years. So, friend of the channel, Magpie, you've heard me mention them before. He popped into Discord today and wanted to know what our favorite bird was, because, Magpie, and what our favorite creatures to use. My favorite bird. This one, talking in game, of course, being a fan of druids and Circle of the Moon, gotta go with the classic giant eagle. Giant eagles are great. They can carry some party members if needed, especially if they're tiny. They can probably carry a couple. Level 8 when flight comes online. It's great. Encounters aren't as tough anymore. As a DM, you got to account for the flight, which you've been doing hopefully since level 5, because that's when spellcasters get access to fly. But Giant Eagle brings a whole new thing to a ballgame. Creatures to use are a little tougher. I've only run this one campaign, some one-shots here and there, and a 4-shot campaign, which was started 2 months before COVID hit in 2020. So we only got 4 sessions in before we had to stop that. So I don't really count that as a mini shot. Those players they would have went through the same campaign my current campaign is, because I just reused it, like I said, 4 sessions in. So I don't have a lot of different creatures I've used, only because I've only done it for less than 60 sessions, give or take, right now, between this campaign, one-shots, and first campaign. But there are some I've used, or I've used a lot of. I'm going to first start with the Odiug. I love a good Odiug, especially in the sewers, which is where I've dropped on both campaigns I ran, the 4-shot one and this one. And the 1-shot, actually. It was not my first campaign, it was the 1-shot. Odiugs love a good sewer, especially if they can hide in waste. They're great to roleplay with because they can be telepathic up to a certain distance. Can't really be discovered because they're hiding. So that's, I love using them. Here's the downside. They have 3 attacks. They get 2 with their tentacles and 1 with their bite. Both times I've used them, I've never rolled above a 6. I've never actually hit one of my players with an attack from the Odiug. And I've done 2 battles with it for maybe a total of 4 rounds between the two campaigns, or the 2 games. But I love a good Odiug. So, players, if you're going to be playing for me in the future, always expect an Odiug. Maybe next time I'll put them in a swamp instead of the sewer. Mix it up a little bit. Another creature I like to use, golems. I love golems. You can make golems out of anything. I've used bone golems and iron golems, cobalt golems. I've even used snow golems in a 1-shot when they're in icy terrain. There's no rhyme or reason to what you can make there's no limit, per se, of what you can make a golem out of. All it needs to be is constructs. So you can easily make Lots of golems. Out of anything and everything. My players one time had to go through I sent them on a little mini adventure, a side quest, after the treasure hoard of a legendary wizard. It was very deep in the Underdark. Well, not too deep, but deep enough. And it was hidden behind a series of rooms, all with puzzles that revealed the key to the next room. First room was easy, it was just a riddle. They solved it right away and moved on. But the next three rooms each had a statue or two that as soon as they touched the statue or the door, it would trigger the golem coming to life. And of course, the key to the next room was inside the golem or golems. The final room, the NPC wizard they had picked up, Necromancer, touched the wall, which was believed to be to the safe of Lazar, the legendary wizard. Well, when the NPC wizard touched the wall, he got possessed by a remnant of Lazar's spirit. And doing so, he released two more golems. So the party had to fight a pretty decent high-level wizard and two golems, a stone iron golem and a cobalt golem. That was a rough battle. That thing, I think, took 6 or 7 rounds. A couple players almost went down, I think. They ended up killing the NPC wizard, knowing then that if they did that, it probably would end the spell, and it did, and the golems died. But it took a little bit, and they got the treasure hoard, which included a bunch of stuff. I forget which off the top of my head. A couple homebrew items, which I'm sure I'll be mentioning on my channel in the future. Oh, sorry. My legs are tired and I'm feeling it on the second pass up this hill. Let's see, what other creatures do I like to use? Oh, anything animated, stealthy, mimics, gargoyles, rugs of smoldering, animated armor. You name it, I like using them. I had an entire inn full of them. And basically everything in the inn was changelings and a bunch of animated items. Or hidden items like cloakers, mimics. Wow. Oh, I am beat. So, why don't you let me know in the comments below what your favorite bird is, what creatures you like to use in your D&D games or your RPG games. Let's give Magpie some good answers here, people. I know we got them. Lots of DMs out there. There are some creatures I plan on using again and again in my campaigns. I'm not talking dragons and beholders, trolls, goblins. Everybody uses those. Used a Jabberwock one time. That was awesome. It was a 1-round, 2-round battle, something like that. Never give your party flying potions when you're going to be facing a flying creature. It just made it so much easier for a party. Especially when there's a monk that does a ton of damage in 1 round. You live, you learn. But I plan on using a Jabberwock again. Kobolds. Love kobolds. Of course, everybody does. In my world, all the kobolds are Tucker's kobolds. They all can create traps. They're all mischievous. And they're all colored based upon the dragon they are serving at the time. Let's see. Mephits. I love the ice mephits. Very thematical. Great for use in different climates. So you get that little bit of, change it up a little bit. I made them very devious as well. They had taken over the cave system of a bunch of kobolds. But these mephits took the traps and improved them. And almost killed the wizard Cero in my party. He was unconscious because they had a bunch of runes that cast the spell magic, so they couldn't fly through it. They could only teleport if they had it. So it became rough for Cero. And the mephits were sitting off to the side laughing the entire time. Never attacked the party, just sat there and laughed at them when they get slammed into the ceiling or thrown across the room. It was great. Because the bard player, Bombly, he had been in that cave before and he knew there was kobold traps. But that was before the mephits took over. So the traps weren't exactly the same anymore. Whew. Wow, a little bit slower today, but almost done. So, I hope you guys are liking this new series. I've got a couple new projects coming up for the channel. Me and a couple of my buddies here, my friends. Hopefully we'll bring you some content you're going to enjoy, covering a different couple areas. There's one project I'm happy to tell you guys about. The other two are going to be secret for now. I wanted to get back into mini painting. And I'm thinking I might do a live stream of mini paints. Me painting minis sometime in the future. Or I'll just paint one mini or two and take any questions if you guys have any, if anybody watches it, that is. Like I said the other day, I wouldn't say I was good at it, but I can pass off my stuff and it's very usable. May not do the right techniques as other people on YouTube do, but it works for me and it works for my party. So tune in for that. Not sure when it'll start back up again. But be sure to check out the hashtag wobblefit on BlueSky. Keep up with all of us doing these exercises. We're got like 30-something people doing it now. So come along for the ride and maybe get inspired and get out here yourself. Get out to walk and get your steps in at least. Especially, I know people watching this are probably nerds like me. That means you do a lot of sitting around. You're sitting for your job, or you're sitting for your hobbies, or you're just sitting. Get up, get out. Doesn't take much. Shoot for a couple thousand steps a day. Increase from there. You build up a tolerance pretty quick. Said I am beat when I went from, a couple thousand last Monday to now I'm probably approaching 12, 13 right now. Plus a couple more thousand to come after just from doing stuff around the house. So please, come back. Keep coming back. Like, comment, subscribe as always. Gotta feed those algorithms. And if you're one of those people who leave me thumbs down, please tell me why. I want to improve. Can't do that if you just click the thumbs down button and move away. Alright. That's it for me today. Be nice to each other. Accept each other. Love each other. Have a good day.